Good evening to you. I'm Marnie Hughes. We begin tonight with breaking news. Images showing more Russian troops nearing the Ukraine border as the White House hits back with new sanctions tonight. We have some new satellite images from a U.S. firm showing a new deployment of Russian military vehicles and troops in southern Belarus tonight. Less than 200 miles away in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. That is where U.S. intelligence says that Russian leader Vladimir Putin is planning an attack. Some even saying war has started. Right now, he is holding at least 150,000 troops on three sides of Ukraine as fears of an all-out invasion continue. You can see where they're staged tonight. Correspondent Kelly Meyer joining us live from Washington, D.C. with where things stand at this hour. Kelly.
Good evening, Marnie. Well, NewsNation confirming tonight that the Senate Majority Leader has requested an all-senators briefing. This comes just hours after the White House took a significant step in issuing sanctions against Russia, saying this is just the beginning of the invasion and therefore just the beginning of their sanctions. But the administration is hoping that this first step can keep Russia from moving farther into Ukraine. Now it's a question of whether their deterrence effort will work. Tonight, the White House making clear what the world is witnessing.
This is the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
President Joe Biden addressing the nation Tuesday as Russian President Vladimir Putin readies troops to move into two separatist regions in eastern Ukraine that Putin is now recognizing as independent. Putin saying he believes Ukraine has always belonged to Russia.
None of us should be fooled. None of us will be fooled. There is no justification.
The White House slapping Moscow with what they call the first tranche of sanctions, hitting two large Russian financial institutions and cutting off Russia's government from Western financing, sanctioning Russia's elite and their family members, and working with Germany to ensure operation of Nord Stream 2, a pipeline carrying natural gas from Russia to Germany, will not move forward. The U.S. also responding to Russia by moving U.S. troops already in Europe to support NATO allies and defend the eastern flank. This includes 800 personnel moving from Italy to the Baltic states. Biden making clear these are strictly defensive moves, and the U.S. has no intention of fighting Russia. Today, Putin asking for permission to use forces outside of Russia, and Russian parliament approving that request. Plans for a diplomatic meeting between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and his Russian counterpart scrapped.
It does not make sense to go forward with that meeting at this time.
Today, Blinken meeting with Ukraine's foreign minister as they continue to push for diplomacy.
And if that fails, plan B is to fight for every inch of our land and every city and every village.
And Marnie, not only is the meeting between the Secretary of State and his Russian counterpart off, but that also means any potential for a summit between Presidents Biden and Putin is also off the table. When asked here tonight what would bring it back on the table, the White House press secretary said de-escalation, meaning moving troops away from Ukraine. And tonight, it looks as though Russia is only moving troops closer. Marnie?
Kelly, with the U.S. taking this significant step towards sanctioning Russia, is there any concern for folks here at home in the U.S., any retaliation?
There is a worry for a threat of a cyber attack. Now that the U.S. has taken this step, it could be opening the U.S. to potential cyber threats. This is something the White House has said they are prepared for and are warning companies to stay vigilant of any potential ransomware attacks. Marnie?
New type of warfare. Kelly Meyer in the nation's capital tonight. Kelly, thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.